Put that away before you regret it. Need anything else? Ha! You really did! Camelot didn't give you any trouble? Huh. Maybe there was something to all those tales about Norm after all. He always seemed so polite. Helped my Reese figure out the best way to grow wheat outside the repellers. It just goes to show you never really know your neighbors, eh? Well, here's the payment I promised. And some freshly picked veggies, too. Be seeing you.
Well, if you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Though consider yourself warned. You eat them at your own peril. No need to worry. Yeah, the missus told me to say that to anyone asking after the eggs. Or grains, or veggies, or anything, really. So they know not to come crying if they find ears growing in unmentionable places. Not that it happens very often. Just, you know, what you see is what you get. Nothing wrong. Well, not at the moment. We'll see how the next crop comes in. It's been a bit hit and miss lately. The wheat was a nice surprise because, you know, it's the wrong season and we were worried about the glowing. But it turned out to be perfectly good wheat. On the other hand, the turnips were not so good. We fed them to the pig as we always do and it turned her inside out. Poor thing, eh? Maybe it's time to move the plots within the range of the weirdness repellents again. Aye, that we do. It was getting into the crops one way or the other, so why not use it, you know? You see, with the weirdness, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. But the good has saved us from starving to death. I ate potatoes that looked like pig hearts and carrots that tasted like what standing in a field in the middle of the night feels like. All perfectly nice food. I say, it's better to have a meal that's a tiny bit different than what you're used to, than not to have one at all. Aye, it may be. But it's not like we got a long stretch to live, the missus and I. We didn't want to just lie down and wait for death. And I bet we ain't the only ones. What else are folks to do in this blasted weather? All ready for winter, but winter won't come. And if winter won't come, neither will spring. The last normal harvest came and went ages ago. I'm telling you, if not for the weirdness, we'd all be dead by now. And make my missus a widow? Pah! The whole area's full of monsters, and they sure ain't edible. We tried that once, and, well, let's just say we never tried it again. I see. You're with those Camelotians who want to run us out. We've already told your lot. We ain't going anywhere. If we die here, then so be it. And I ain't talking about it no more, so don't even try.
What do you need? Come back if you've the... treasure in the keep. If Brendan's betting they won't kill us all, he's got more faith than me. Oh, thank you, friend. Let me repay your kindness. Even though I don't have much, I can at least tell you about something I saw a little while ago. It might be interesting for an adventurer like you. See those rocks near the shore? When it gets dark, sometimes I see a light there. I'm no sure what it could be, though.
A bandit camp this close to the Horns? Impossible. The Daliata? No way. They wouldn't hide like that. Maybe something else entirely?
It's probably nothing, but maybe you could find something interesting or valuable there.
Farewell.
So much for a secluded cave keeping visitors away. Seems like there's no one on this island to hide in peace. Ah well, since you're here, I have an important question. Do you have any food?
I promise to answer all of your questions, no matter how annoying or asinine they might be. But first, do you have any food? Oh dear. Yes, food. That stuff you put in your mouth to make sure your body doesn't wither and die, you know? Fish, meat, vegetables, bread. Oh, some bread would be especially nice. But I'll take anything, really.
So, you were just being purposefully obtuse to a starving man begging you for something to eat. That reflects rather poorly on you. I hope you realize that. No, I cannot. My doctrine forbids me from killing any living being, even one as mindless and insignificant as a fish. Or that of an annoying trespasser who won't stop tormenting a starving man with inane questions. Happy? Now, could you please give me something to eat? Oh, Fine, you got me.
Nothing prevents me from catching myself a fish, apart from the fact that I'm really bad at it. Thanks. I'll be forever indebted to you. But don't expect much. The only payment I can offer you is seashells, or, you know, access to an infinite well of ancient druidic wisdom. I'd rather you choose wisdom. I threw out my collection of seashells a few days ago after I stepped on them with my bare feet. Much better. Time for a nap. Oh, except you're still here. Oh no, don't tell me you still have questions. Oh, how terrible. And he's stuck somewhere, afraid to leave his safe spot, I presume? Poor soul. As far as abysmal living conditions go, I'm starting to think my cave might not be so bad. At least I can leave whenever I please. Not that I would ever want to. Yes, I heard. I just didn't find it immediately relatable. Anyway, the curse. And how does it manifest? Well, if it hasn't succeeded yet, it's either a lousy curse or... Tell me, how does he act? Does he seem incapable of focusing? Prone to outbursts? Muttering to himself? Stubborn as a mule? Well, it isn't a curse at all. It's an ailment of the mind that forces the afflicted to seek meaning where there is none, and then base their life decisions on what they find. In extreme cases, such a person can, for example, starve themselves to death, or kill anyone who looks at them the wrong way. It's not a pleasant condition, but it's treatable. You need to take a Grindelows tooth, powder it, mix it with sage, and pour the disgusting result into some alcohol. Give it to him and say, I don't know, something along the lines of, with the power of nature, I've released you from the power of the evil eye. Nature closes the eyelid of the eye to reverse the flow of negative energy from... something like that, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Just throw in the name of the poor sod at the end and you should be magically cured. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Since the curse isn't real, the ritual to break it also isn't real. It's all purely symbolic. But it works better if the one who performs it believes in the power of the spell. If you do it poorly, the knight might sense your insincerity and his reaction could be unpredictable. Well, I'll live here, obviously. Why not? It's a perfectly good cave, albeit a bit drafty and damp. Well, it could be better, to be honest, but we can't all live in mansions, can we? The same way you did, I presume. I'm giving you truthful answers. That's all you should ever hope for. My name is Drest, and I am the local hermit. I don't understand your skepticism. I live alone, in a cave, collect seashells, and occasionally talk to crabs. What else could I be? But didn't you know? There are no more druids. The mob rounded them all up, stuffed them into a giant wicker man, and lit a fire. Their screams could barely be heard over the roaring flames, but the stench of the burning flesh easily overwhelmed the smell of blazing wicker. Its glow painted the sky in reds and yellows for the entire night. Some years ago? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Can we change the subject? I'm sure there are more interesting things we could be talking about. Oh, you know what would be nice? A bath. I do miss baths. I suppose when someone says they miss the taste of roast pork, you tell them to go lick a pig. Anyway, show me the scroll. Yes, I see. Well, you should definitely follow the ritual. Just make sure you do everything exactly as it is written. I'm sorry, I can't tell you anymore, but it is essential that you discover it for yourself. Revealing the details would spoil the effect. The pursuit of knowledge often requires taking great risks. Now, off you hop. The ritual awaits.
Watch your backs. We'll have your head. I will.
Prepared for anything. Beg for mercy.
Beg for mercy. I will bleed you. You fight like a milkmaid. We'll have your head on a pike. Say your prayers. Your prayers. You'll be fertilizing the soil. You'll be fertilizing the soil.
It's a lovely day, and I'd just be great. It's not that I hope you found what... Done already?
hands were made to serve the king, not rot in idleness. This emptiness, I cannot bear it. I threw myself into nothing, and nothing is what I became. Nothing without my king. Nothing without my blade. No. Don't speak that name. Let it be cursed. Let it be forgotten. I died a traitor's death, trampled and torn apart. Fitting, I thought that would be enough. But I failed him in mine. I couldn't. I can't. I clawed my way out of the abyss, or came back. Arthur? No, please. He cannot see my blade. My erendite. I cannot face my king without it. My sword belongs to him, as do I. I cannot kneel before him and offer him. Everything I touch turns into ash. Erendite. Oh, how I long to hold it again. Just the weight of it, like I might be worthy. Like maybe... I know I am. I have nothing to fear, and nothing to lose. The only thing I seek is absolute. No. I know. I feel that I won't beg forgiveness for my betrayal. I don't even know what I feel. Please, as his closest confidant, take my blade. And I beg you, let me prove my devotion, my remorse, not with word. Let me earn his trust again. This is all I ask.
Your Majesty, it's an honor to have you among us again. Thank you for helping me find my way back to your knight. I regret not doing a better job of guarding him. I'm a Pict. I can sense the wordness and the spirits within it. I knew you weren't alone when I saw you emerge. The soul you carry, however weak it may appear, is deeply connected to the wordness, and to Avalon itself. Souls like that are rare. Besides, only the one who wields the power of Excalibur within could open this tomb, and that is rarer still. My name is Fiona. I am here on behalf of the Royal Geographers. I was sent to do, well, quite a lot of work, actually. And as useful as it would be, the wordness never blessed me with an extra set of hands. Say, traveler, how would you feel about joining the oldest, most prestigious guild in Avalon? Good, because you've already started. You found what was lost and opened a new path. What better way to prove yourself as a true geographer in the making? Yet you use our maps, don't you? Our work is vital, but often unseen. For centuries we've roamed this island, charting its every corner and noting the dangers that unsuspecting travelers might face. You should be more appreciative, you know. Avalon's nature is ever-shifting, ever-changing. The wordness transforms not only living beings, but the land itself. Some places become unreachable, while others that appear are new to us. And there are those that have been forgotten, waiting to be rediscovered and brought into the light. Why wouldn't they? My kin are familiar with the wordness in a way others can't be. With the fog thickening, we can reach places that have become inaccessible to most. Everything. Our most important mission is preservation of Avalon and the pillars it was built on. We were sworn to protect the tombs of the first knights, but they were lost to us. There were rumors that the tombs were sealed, and only King Arthur could open them. Turns out, the rumor was true after all. I appreciate your eagerness, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. The other tombs are scattered across Avalon, hidden and sealed, waiting for the one who can call the knights back. Let your soul guide you. Find them, and I will find you. What is King Arthur without his faithful knights? Merely half a legend, if not less. They thrive by his side, and he thrives by theirs. And Avalon's foundations only grow stronger because of it. Sir Lancelot carries centuries of grief, and only serving his king once more can ease it. You've lit the way for some. Now light it for the rest.
Lancelot. It was painful to watch what became of him. Confident, steadfast, eloquent. Nothing like the tormented soul you've seen. He was admired by the people and by his fellow knights. He had quite the following, though he never seemed to care for it. Only later did I realize how wrong I had been. He was also much sought after. Left a trail of broken hearts wherever he went. But there was only one he ever held in his heart, and that was Avalon. I always believed Lancelot to be honest to a fault. He never hesitated to speak his mind, and I valued that in him as much as his loyalty. I trusted him completely, and I thought his faith in me, in my vision for Avalon, was just as strong. But it wasn't. I don't know when or how that trust was lost, and to this day, it still pains me. But know this, even in betrayal, Lancelot never sought to serve himself. He was a good man. Yet even the best of men can falter and lose their way. I forgave him long ago. What saddens me is that he still cannot forgive himself. But I understand why. The rebellion he led hurt not only me, it wounded all of Avalon. And Lancelot always hated senseless bloodshed. To be the cause of so much suffering, perhaps fighting by our side will finally bring him peace.
You're back! Hot!
I have no choice but to defend myself.
Hey. Hello. Are you also wondering? Lighthouses. Why the hell are Dara and his workers pushing so hard to build the second one? Is one not enough? Is it because one is less than two and less is worse? I mean, two lighthouses next to each other are almost the same as one, and ships don't even... Ah, symbolism, whatever that is. Aye, why would they? The waters are treacherous, so no ship besides. Who'd have the time to build or repair them? There are enough problems on the island. Well, not much going on here, as you can see. One was even hanged for theft. But I can't say much more as I wasn't there. If you're interested in the horns, you should visit our museum. You'll learn more about that fella. What do I think? As long as they follow the rules, they can stay. Folks are saying that there's some other group, probably more dangerous, not so far from here. If they come close... Aye, it's boring. But at least you don't have to pay to enter. But almost nobody goes there anyway. You can stay here and serve. Sit in the tavern. There's always something happening out in the world. But you know what? Here in the south, everything happened. From a financial standpoint, it makes happen.
Hey, you're heading to the village, right? Tiernan should take this medicine to my father, will you? Goban is a loud man. I can't promise that talking to him will be any fun. An alliance with the Dalriata? That's trouble, wait. Brendan's back, acting like everything's fine. The Dalriata are hot-blooded, sure. And when this alliance goes to hell, and it will, we'll be left to clean up the mess. Well, thereof, someone... Ah, he used to serve too. In fact, he was the builder before me. But a father is a father, right? We may hate each other, but as long as I can help... If Haber doesn't know, then I don't either. So we keep track. Because he received orders not to let any keeper through without a pass. And I don't have one. I've already used mine. That's what When that Egypt gets an order, he's like a priest who stumbled into an archie. He's got a... Not all keepers have been here their entire life, you know? He got me before he... Serves me right for wanting to find him. Stupid son of a bitch. I don't know. Following my old man here was all I ever wanted. Tried picturing myself as a husband, a father. I wouldn't know how to raise a kid. I'd just mess them up. Well, no, of course not. We're not priestesses. A woman can be an old crone and still devote herself to the All-Mother. But a man old enough to hold a sword, young enough to not break under its weight. We all got different roles around the keep, sure. But at the core, If I had a gold coin for every time someone asked me that, I could fund the... Look, it's Camelot's orders. I get paid to follow them. If they want to throw money at us to keep up appearances, that's their problem. I'm not about to... Stay out of trouble.
Have mercy, not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise? That's just my luck. Take the post, Tiernan, they told me. You'll be looking after a village for foot. What a load of crap. There's always something. If it's not the deck falling up... Brendan bringing the Dalriata here. It's not my place to question a captain's decisions, but if he's made a deal with them, I can only hope it's worth... Well, to be fair, he only bit one person. Now both of them are sick. And Haber's got no clue what's wrong. So, he's sitting in a cage. His wife's crying all day, and everyone's pissed. No need to tell me that. But I can't just go back to patrolling the wall. I'd rather sit here and hope everything works itself out. I mean, so whether it's me or them. No, not really. The deck? Nah, just old wood. Honestly, Dara's always busy with his lighthouse, and every time I try to do it myself, someone else... I can't even sneak out to the tavern because last time some rich bint started complaining that everything here smells of... It's a seaside village! What else would it... You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well, truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. It's for both, but, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they... I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone. But... not exactly standard keeper knowledge, but... Oh, she's a real piece of work, that one. Her name... She came here with her husband. Poor man. He never... You know, sometimes I regret not getting married. But if I had... Surprised? Can't blame you. This might sound odd coming from someone stationed in a... The only thing more mismatched than the barracks around here is my career choice. But, yeah, I like imagining places where things fit, where chairs don't wobble, tables don't look like someone hacked them together with a dull axe, and beds. So... Not exactly a secret I broadcast. Most folks see me as tearing in their grumble, but hey, we've all got something that keeps us sane, right? Now, please, try not to make my life harder, all right?
What do you want? To gawk? Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the... So you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not just know that Cole isn't... Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or what... One evening there was a quarrel between our group. The villagers, they'd had a bit too much to drink and let some... They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should... Hard. Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week out. Well, Cole went mad. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. If it weren't for the other... Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't deserve... Bastards. Surprising, isn't it? It seems that Quartermaster Fergus and the local healer said he wants to make sure whatever made Cole this... So as long as that question remains unanswered, we're at a... But honestly, if anything happens to that keeper, I have no doubt Cole will be killed. This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, in the morning, we realized everyone had a strange dream. Cole started acting weird. No, only that, well, he didn't make much. It must have been some bug. Something changed by the weird. Well, it was pretty typical. We started a fire and threw some cobwebs. That boy could always find them somehow. It was our protection. Ellis was on watch that day, but from what he told us, he eventually fell asleep. We were lucky no one slit our throat. I was in a strange place. Dark. I was trying to find him. I called out, but no one answered. I was alone. We set up camp near the arch spire. We hoped that bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. With everything that's been happening lately, I'm ready to believe. An alliance with the Dalriata. I hope it's not at the expense. The tribes will always fight for themselves first. Anyone caught in the middle, Brendan may hold them together for now, but the Dalriata... Oh, right. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Beatrice. As for me and Cole, well, We left Ree hoping to find a quiet... We planned to travel the King's Road toward Camelot. Well, here we are. We found our bloody Camelot. Collar's locked up and all I can do is... Yeah, we grew up there. The village was built around a trade route. My parents ran a tavern. We had a good life. We lacked for nothing. Well, that was before the damned grub. Then more and more caravans disappeared into the forest. People were telling stories that grew more horrifying by the day. Yeah. I doubt I'll ever see him again. Oh, the same thing that will happen to every... We used to have generous clientele. Merchants and emissary, but... that changed. Then our only income... That was always our plan. Col and I never wanted to stay there forever. Between... Each of us has a different story. Some wanted to seek their fortune elsewhere. Some had to flee their homes because of bandits pillaging their villages, or because of the weirdness. There's so much turmoil in this world. People can... 2 or 3 weeks ago, things were starting to get... A larger group of people is always helpful. There's always someone to talk, but it also means more mouths to feed, and more... What? What? How dare you? Do you know the meaning of those flowers in that configuration? Revenge. Revenge, deception, and death. There's nothing nice about it, and I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he's just an idiot. But trust me, it's not a nice gesture. Thank you. For them. You are from nowhere, just like me. That's why I believe you. Take those flowers away, burn them, throw them in a cauldron, whatever. I don't want to look at them. Be careful out there.
Bloody hell, look at this! The old place is in a shambles. They do nothing but shuffle around, stare at walls, and sleep under leaking roofs. I'm telling you, if I was still working here, this place wouldn't be falling apart. Ah, but I'm not. Ah, and who are you? What you want? You another one of Duras? I bloody knew it. Retirement my arse. It's shit. At least when I was still working, there was always something to do. So, what you want? One day, my boy got it into his stupid head that old Cabani... They're all telling me I should do something about it, or else I'm done for. I'll be... like hell I will. I'm still here, ain't I? I've served my time. Listen. They wanted Heaver, that healer from the Keep, to come here. He did. They wanted him to look me over. He did. Then he just threw up his hands, mumbled something to himself. Hell, I should have been an healer. Wouldn't mind going around being a pain in every... These herbs. No idea what they're for. Heaver said he doesn't know what's wrong with me. So they... Ah, good thing that at least the one guy who hangs around... Yeah, right. He'd better focus on his... That wimpy knight just arrived in the south, and he's already dead. Camelot's kinda strange with all those Dorita banners around. You sure have a lot of questions. Grab me a... So, what we... Hold on. Finley, it's not my caregiver. Hey, first of all, I'm not a cripple who needs a decrepit dimwit Secondly, do you know the problem with having a helper who's mute? I mean, it's not all bad. At least I don't have to listen to even more bullshit. He puffs up like a marshmallow. Getting a bit too interested, aren't you? Bring a drink over, and I might... Ah. That's what he says anyway. But yeah, he's my blood. Eager like me, and look at that. It's like half the blighters here don't have working peckers, or they've never even touched a woman. What's got you so nosy? Pour me a drink, and I might open up. Ah. You see, back in the day, being a keeper was a serious business. Nowadays, lads get brought here by their own kin when they've had enough of them. Or they think the horns... No, back in my day, there was none of this scum. I came in... My girl cried when I left her, but... I've always... How was I supposed to know she had a bloody bun in the oven? By the time the wean was born, I was already... Heck knows what he came here for. That's not my problem anymore, and I don't... you sure have a lot of questions. Ah. I'm starting to like you, stranger. And trust me, I like me brothers in arms back in my glory days. Good lads, every damn kind of men you'd want beside you in the darkest holes of... But they're gone now, all of them. The old captain got it in his head to send us down to read this. We went in together, but I was the only one to come back out. A hard loss it was, but I'm still here. Why all the poking around? Get me... Ah. Those tunnels, right. Well, me and the lads went down there to check if we could repurpose them under... But here wasn't just some empty caves. There were monsters. Straight out. Looked like... Ah, hell. Memory's all twisted up. Want to know more? Speak with Fergus. He's in charge. Now, I propose a toast. Feast, you say. Problem is, sometimes I think they never died. They haunt bloody bastards. I swear I wanted to go back and retrieve their bodies. Our late captain, mate. But when I drink, I usually pass out. And then I don't... Ah, my brothers deserved better.
Be careful.